How are you? What's going on here? Why is this place shut down?
I'm waiting for the...
Waiting for who?
Yeah.
What, for it to open? What about the other place down here?
Come on, take this out.
This is me, Myron. Border says that you have to protest in a defined area. That area has been defined over there. It's within those.
We're not protesting. All we're doing is just standing there like on their own.
That is a protest.
No, that to me that looks like putting a banner on a building.
It doesn't look like a banner on the building.
It doesn't look like a protest.
You can't obstruct the doors of the building, okay? There are other people in there.
I'm allowed to stand here though.
The doors are closed, there are people in there.
Go over the other side. I know the law.
No, but look, you can't just push people around. Like, as far as I see, he's a free man standing on a public pavement.
Yes, he is. And he can stand on a public pavement. The moment he attaches anything to a door, it can be regarded as criminal damage, it can be regarded as many things.
Yeah, but that's for your discretion to...
Yes, and my discretion. And my discretion at the moment is we're allowing peaceful protest.
Yeah.
Okay, we're asking for these guys to protest lawfully within a defined area. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And I would appreciate your tact and tolerance dealing with it as
yeah.
opposed to G'ing them up.
So they got Christopher Dorner eventually in his cabin in the woods. The police burnt the house down after a shootout where he shot another 2 policemen, killing one of them. I don't think anyone who is sane or has a family or friends can ever condone what Christopher Dorner has done. But when you see what the guy went through and you read his manifesto, which I have to say is very intelligently written for a big bulk of a man with that big beaming smile who can handle weapons and counterinsurgency and hence insurgency. He wrote it very eloquently. You can tell he's an intelligent, educated man. And I wonder if I'm the only person who sees parallels between this case and the capture of Ted Kaczynski, I believe in '94, who was also in the woods and had his cabin raided and didn't fight back with guns or bombs. But Ted Kaczynski also wrote a massive manifesto to the New York Times called Technological Society and Its Future. And though I've reviewed and changed a lot of my opinions about anarcho-primitivism and indigenous cultures being superior to ours, I mean, I think there's a lot to be learned from them. Look at this snow and this hail. There's things with indigenous living, like the 50% mortality rate for children, that as a father I just can't sit with. So I can imagine hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, man sat there after losing 2 of his children to starvation and drought, saying, fuck this, let's build civilization. And you know, everything is stuck in the good and the bad. You know, there's good and bad in everything, and there's good and bad in civilization. And Ted Kaczynski, poor guy, blew up innocent people. And Christopher Dorner, again, poor guy, unhinged, killing innocent people. I mean, killing the daughter of someone that you're angry with? Well, what's the daughter got to do with it? So this is in no way a eulogy for Christopher Dorner, but this is an understanding for his frustration. And it was very interesting to see the police get so stressed, and $1 million bounty and 50 officers and their families under armed protection, because they had a real-life Jason Bourne. Let's be honest, he was a real-life Jason Bourne. And a lot of us, though, disgusted with him, you couldn't help but root for the underdog. And it's sad to see that the police, I mean, maybe he was going to go out dead anyway. I mean, he did write in his manifesto, I will not be alive when you read this, and I read it this morning, and he's not alive. And it's just sad, you know, that the police, you know, in the panic of it, I mean, I'm not going to jump to conclusions about what the hell happened, or whether the house was already on fire, or whether the police set it on fire, but you know, to kind of see both sides, he had just shot accurately, because he is a sniper, 2 policemen, killing one and the other one obviously shot, very injured. So who knows what the police were thinking. Maybe he had a massive arsenal of machine guns and was about to unleash hell on earth on the rest of them. So they burnt the house down. Maybe it was literally a self-defense thing. You never know. Anyway, I'm sure we'll find out, because we have the audio of the police saying, burn that fucking house down. So the police were telling someone to burn the house down, probably other police. But as is the case with all these sad things, these mass shootings, these killers on the loose, you can't help but see them as reflections and metaphors for society at large. And it was, let me try and pronounce it, Solzhenitsyn, the dissident in Russia who got sent to the gulags. He did say that government, though it controls many impulses, it releases further impulses which are 10 times as dangerous and as vicious. And so this is Charlie Beach on a very freezing cold day, sleet, hail, snow falling down on me, just renewing my anarchist principles, but also understanding that in a world of humans, of which I am one, we have to balance our ideology with our reality on the ground in the moment right now. And as I chatted to Stefan Molyneux when I did my 1-hour interview with him, which is available on the StefBot channel, and I asked Stefan, I said, look, do you think in our lifetimes we're going to live without government in the West? And he said no. And I have to agree, it's a long-term plan. It's the great work of the ages to bring about perfect freedom for everyone. And it's tough, you know, I can understand. And many people throughout history, much smarter than myself, much better versed in the arts of politics, jurisprudence, justice, freedom, have written great tracts, of which one was the American Constitution, which doesn't seem to be being respected anymore. So I shall end with this question. If we were to rewrite a constitution for the 21st century, for the West, for Britain, for America, what would be the natural rights of man? What things would be considered genuine human rights? And I'd like to throw in, I know you can argue with me, I'd like to throw in broadband internet access, electricity, and gas, you know, as basic human rights. They might be subsidized. Oh, I'm entering through the realm of statism now, but they might be subsidized. Private companies might be forced by legislation to give everyone 10 gigabytes a month of free internet and enough electricity and gas to at least, you know, cook and keep the house a little bit warm. And to the big spenders, just like in any capitalist business, they pay extra. Just sharing ideas, just standing out in the snow, having a smoke. My baby's asleep for a change. Doesn't sleep during the night, sleeps during the day. Nocturnal baby. Anyway, that's that.